The Center for the Governance of Migration and Diversity focuses on the research around migration and diversity with explicit focus on the governance of these issues. We have a mission to generate robust knowledge and to have an impact in order to create resilient and inclusive society. We are a network of professors, practitioners, early career scholars, and each year we have over 60 students joining our cohort. Today I have an appointment with Professor Marlou Schrover, a full-time professor in economic and social history at Universiteit Leiden with a specific focus on migration history. She has specialized in the intersection of gender, class, and ethnicity in the past, and has recently been awarded an NWA grant for the Dilemmas of Diversity project. What is significant about where we're standing today?
We're standing in front of the main office of the Holland-America line, and that's one of the shipping companies which brought large numbers of migrants from European countries to the United States. And they were responsible for recruiting, for organizing their trip, for monitoring them, for the health testing, for housing them while they were waiting for departure. So all these things, they were organized by these shipping lines. And there were enormous numbers of people who made this journey, well, to the promised land.
I'm Brian Burgess. I'm from Washington, D.C. I was working in an international development think tank for a couple of years and got to work on a project specifically looking at child and refugee migration. And after that, it really inspired me to specialize in migration studies.
My name is Cassandra from Germany. I did a lot of volunteer work in the migration sector, and I'm just really passionate about helping people. And it was only, the passion only got more intense with my volunteer work, and that's why I'm doing this master's now.
Why do you think it's important to apply a historical lens when you're looking at migration?
If you look at the past and you look at past policies and past migrations and past debates, you can understand what we're currently experiencing. So decisions that have been made in the past influence the decisions we can and will make today. The migrations of the past influence the migrations of today. The organizations that have been set up for and by migrants very much gear the things that we're organizing for migrants today. So all these things together, you can understand current debates, current policies, and current migrations. And that's also why I'm so happy that we are getting a migration museum in Rotterdam. They're building it currently. They're in the progress of building it. And by connecting the past to the current situation, we will be able, more people will be able to understand migrations of today.
My name is Dimitris Sifandis. I'm from Greece. I want to help people from other underprivileged countries. And in my country, there are many immigrants, so I know how is it.
Hannah Terry. I'm from Kentucky in the US. I think that, especially with the climate crisis and the way our world is today, migration is one of the leading issues in our world, and I really love that this program talked about how receiving cities accept migrants and also how migrants can fit into these cultures, new cultures. And so I wanted to learn more about that so I could take it back to the US and continue building stronger communities in the US.
Tell us a little bit about your Dilemmas of Diversity project and why it is so important.
When we started out with the project, we talked to a large number of people who are involved with government policy, so municipal authorities, local authorities, national authorities, on their diversity policies. And we also talked to a large number of local non-governmental organizations, such as neighborhood organizations, so like of a neighborhood we're in currently. And what we found is that all these people were sort of struggling with how to do diversity, how to develop diversity policies which actually are effective. Mm-hmm. The problem that you face is, in order to reach equality, you have to treat people different. And that sort of is a thing that sounds not matching up. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a paradox, but that is what it is. And what we do is we look at all forms of diversity simultaneously. We look at religion also, disability, ability. We're looking at gender. We're looking at sexuality. So all forms of diversity. And in order to take this into account, we think it's important to study how these, what we call categories of power and identity, intersect. And how, you know, if you address one thing, and very often you see the diversity policies address only elements of ethnicity, how these elements are intersecting, for instance, with an issue of gender or religion.
My name is Inês. I'm from Portugal. I lived in Peru during 3 years, and when I'm there, I find that there is a huge problem about migrants because Peru are struggling with the Venezuelan migration. And I want to deepen my knowledge about migration and diversity.
My name is Rushaini, and I'm from Curacao. I think my main motivation is an internship I did a few years ago at a department for migration. So I really like the field, really like the social problems that this brings with and solving them, and also my island, who they are now working on their migration policy, so it would be really nice to go back.